What's up everyone, it's Gray, and today I'm talking about the only LEGO Star Wars set based off Andor. The show really blew me away with its gritty complexity and diverse perspectives during the earliest stages of the rebellion against the Empire. The Ambush on Ferrix set actually released a month before Andor in August of 2022, so you had to buy it with zero context, which is the opposite of how I decide which LEGO sets I want to buy. I feel like a lot of people forgot about this set, including me. For $70, I can see why you'd continue to pass on picking this up. But hear me out. If you enjoyed the show, you should maybe consider checking it out. It might be the last set based off Andor. Let's first take a closer look at the 3 exclusive minifigures included. Cassian Andor, a man who's proved he's more than willing to shoot anyone that stands in the way of his self-preservation. He's a cynical rogue, but once his skills were focused on fighting the Empire, he became quite the deadly asset for the rebellion. Spending time in an Imperial prison labor camp made sure of that. I like his minifigure, though I think his hairpiece is a little too long. The printing on his torso, hips, and legs work well to show the layering of his outfit, including his long hooded overcoat. There might be a little variation in the colors compared to the source material, but I don't mind it. It would have been cool to have his side bag included, but overall this is a really nice figure. Luthen Rael, codenamed Axis by the Imperial Security Bureau. He very much was the true founder of the rebellion. He led the rebel spy network and actively collaborated with other revolutionaries to organize funding and strikes against the Empire. His cover identity was that of a flamboyant antique dealer on Coruscant. Pretty unassuming cover for such an intense second life. Again, we see the continuous torso, hip, and leg printing representing his long olive green hooded overcoat worn on Ferrix. He has an interesting blonde swept back hairpiece as well as an alternative face. I'm happy to have him in my collection. Here they both are on the small speeder bike they used to escape Ferrix. I'm typically not a huge fan of small builds like the swoop bike, but it's nice to see some interesting colors as well as this whip piece used as wire around the front section. It's not a bad secondary build, but for me it's probably just spare parts. Syril Karn took his job as Deputy Inspector of the Primor Enforcement on Morlana 1 very seriously. He wholeheartedly believed in order and justice, and that very much was his undoing. His inexperience and overconfidence to arrest Cassian only led to the deaths of several of his men, and resulted in him being stripped of his command and disgraced back home to his mother. I like his figure for meme value more than anything. It's pretty simple and looks similar to a Bespin guard. I wish he had some arm printing to better show that he was actually wearing light armor, as well as maybe some leg printing. It would have been cool to have Sergeant Linus Mosk included as well to sweeten the deal. Now let's check out the main build. A funny thing about this set is that it makes no effort to clarify what the heck this ship is. Well, it's a mobile Tac-Pod, a type of troop transport or landing craft utilized by Preox Morlana's corporate tactical forces. This isn't an Imperial craft. The Primor Security Inspection Team, which Syril Karn led to apprehend Cassian Andor on Ferrix, utilized 3 of these transports, and they're actually pretty cool looking, almost like Little Republic gunships. It is very pod-shaped, especially without the small wings attached. But the build experience to achieve the angled hull was actually really fun. There's a surprising amount of interior space, which is totally accessible with side folding hatches and a large upward swinging printed cockpit windscreen, which is exclusive to this set. Behind the cockpit area is room for 4 minifigures, and what looks like a fire extinguisher. I don't think it'll be much help to this poor guy though. Oof. My second Syril minifigure is right at home back here. Yeah, I actually already bought one for the Syril memes. There is also a rear-facing ramp, but unfortunately lowering it only exposes the internal structure and has no real space back there. That's really my only gripe with this model. It's still a cool feature though. It's worth noting how dense and solid it feels. A lot of the structure is reinforced with Technic pins, as seen from the underside, as well as the interior. The engine and wing construction in particular are very thoughtfully designed and easily rotate from flight to landing position. They've also got some pretty cool detailing. Between them is a spinning top turret with some side stud shooters. Very cool. I'm slowly getting better at applying stickers. Not by choice. I'm not thrilled that this set has 11 of them, especially the 2 1x2 tile cockpit details. These should really be printed. Despite some small nitpicks, I have nothing but positive things to say about this mobile Tac-Pod. It of course looks sick on a display stand. So overall, I really like this set. It is a little pricey, but considering the figures garner just over $30 of the $70 price tag, it's easier to justify such a solid and unique ship build. Plus you get the speeder. It might be worth picking up before it retires at the end of this year, especially if you can find it on sale. We now know the ambush on Ferrix actually turned out to be more of an ambush of that security team more than Cassian Andor, thanks to Luthor. The event also led to the complete collapse of Preox Morlana's authority over the Free Sector, as Imperial forces moved in afterwards to take control of the system. In many ways, it was one of the earliest flashpoints of the rebellion, and it's cool to see it represented in LEGO. Did you enjoy Andor? Do you think LEGO will make more sets based off the show? Anyway, that's all I got for y'all this time. I hope you enjoyed the video. Smash the like button, and if you haven't, maybe consider subscribing. Thanks for stopping by. Take it easy.